Hello again, everyone. Today, the focus is going to be footwork and how you can get your footwork to be even better. We're going to talk about three different components of the footwork. The first thing we're going to talk about is how big should the steps be? In my opinion, you can develop a little bit better momentum with a 5-step approach compared to a 4. And if you do a 5-step approach, that first step is really just in order to get your body in motion. So most of the time, that step will be relatively small. Now, after that first step is completed, the second and third steps of a 5-step approach are usually going to be close to a normal size stride for you. If you happen to take a 4-step approach, the first 2 steps would be those natural strides. Now, part of the reason that those second and third step of the 5-step approach or the first and second of the 4-step approach, or the size is important. If those steps get too small, you have less time. You're robbing yourself of time to get the ball in position, and it can create a timing issue, and we don't want that. Now, the second to last step, the step before your slide, is referred to as a power step. And believe it or not, that is determined by your timing. If the swing timing is a little bit later, that power step will end up being a little bit larger and maybe a little bit slower. If you get that ball into the swing kind of quickly, you have a little bit quicker, earlier timing, that power step will tend to be shorter and quicker. And that's something that your body will do for you. It's not something that you really have to work on. Now, obviously, the final step, it's really not a step for most of us, it's a slide. And the main important thing there is make sure you have enough room to have a slide. And for most of us, that ends up being about 4, maybe 5 feet. If you're really close to the foul line, you may end up stepping and planting just because you don't have room to slide. Now, the second component of footwork we're going to talk about right now is going to be the overall tempo. Now, one of the misconceptions is that you want really slow footwork, and we hear this bad advice all the time when you don't score well. You're told to slow your feet down and keep everything slow. Keep in mind, it's a sport. We want an athletic, fluid motion. Now, when we talk about tempo, I'm not saying we want you to run from the start. You want to build into that momentum. You start nice and easy and you kind of build momentum. The feet do tend to react to that upper body though, so your footwork tempo is really a function of your timing. If you tend to get the ball in the swing a little bit later, the overall tempo will tend to be on the little bit slower side. The quicker you get the ball into the swing, the earlier the timing, the quicker the feet will go to match what your upper body is creating. So unless you have super late swing timing, the overall tempo of footwork will end up being a little bit quicker than a normal walk. The reason the footwork gets a little bit quicker is free swings are quick, gravity and momentum is pretty fast, and the feet will have to match. The final component we're going to talk about today with the footwork is the overall fluidity. And to have good fluidity of footwork, what we'd like to see is heel to toe steps. Sometimes when people slide their steps, they will come to a more distinct stop on each step, and it can make the footwork more choppy and actually slow it down a little bit. And we certainly don't want any steps that go toe and then heel. That would be a really slow step and a very choppy, less fluid step. All right, everyone, those are our 3 footwork tips for today. But don't forget, we do have another footwork video. It's linked in the description below, and it references the direction of the footwork. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our video today. Hopefully you learned something you can apply to your game. Do us a favor, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Also, if you'd like to get backstage access to our coaches, you can join our online community at backstagebowling.com. Use the coupon code SAVE20 to save $20 off an annual subscription. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.